Welcome to the Interview Preparation Workshop. A job interview is about selling your skills and experience to the potential employer, but also about determining whether the job is the right fit for you. Sometimes you won't have the luxury of turning down a job offer. You might just need a job, period. But in an ideal situation, the interview is a chance for both you and the employer to decide whether you are right for each other. Because ultimately, hiring someone who is not right for the job or taking a job that's not right for you is a waste of both your time and the employer's. Being prepared for your interview is, of course, the most important key, and it involves both practicing your presentation and researching the job and employer. These are the two main things we're going to be talking about today. Remember, it's your resume that gets you the interview, but it's the interview that gets you the job. It's hard to overstate the importance of first impressions. A bad first impression can tank your interview, whereas a positive one sets the tone for success. The good news is since a first impression takes only a matter of seconds, it's an easy and quick thing to practice with friends and family. Make sure you get feedback on your handshake, which should be firm and involve the whole hand, not just your fingers. Also remember to smile, make eye contact, and repeat the name of the person you are meeting. Nice to meet you, Sarah, for example. We recommend being approximately 10 minutes early for your interview. Planning to be 5 minutes early is cutting it too close, and being 15 or more minutes early can appear overeager and make the employer feel awkward or stressed. If you're unsure in even the slightest degree about where the employer is located, where you will park, or any other travel detail, be sure to make a dry run in the days prior to your scheduled interview. Interview attire here in the Columbia River Gorge is relatively casual compared to the more formal attire that might be expected in a more corporate or urban environment. If you're applying at a public business or organization, you can go scope them out in advance and see how their employees dress. If you don't have that opportunity, you can talk to WorkSource staff or try to network with people who might have worked for that company or organization before or know people who work for that company or organization. A general rule of thumb is to dress no more than one step above that of the people interviewing you. So if men at this particular business typically wear dress shirts and khakis, a man interviewing there should wear that plus a tie, or that plus a sweater, or that plus a jacket. Wearing that plus a jacket and tie would be 2 steps above. That's just one example, and everybody's going to have individual clothing questions. So just ask WorkSource staff. You can even come in dressed in your interview outfit and run it by us. Along with your attire, you should be aware of hygiene. Make sure both you and your clothing are freshly cleaned. Do not wear distracting jewelry or fragrances. If you have piercings that would not be typical for that workplace, remove them if possible. The same thing goes for covering up tattoos. If you smoke, don't smoke right before the interview, and by all means, be aware of your behavior and appearance even in the parking lot and as you enter the building. The people interviewing you might have an office with a view, so you don't want them to see you pulling up in a vehicle full of barking dogs, for example. Okay, on your screen you see some attire examples, both good and bad. Note in the bottom right-hand corner Wearing clean jeans and work boots is perfectly appropriate if you're interviewing for a construction trades job, for example. If after looking at these examples you're not sure why they are or are not recommended, again, just ask WorkSource staff. All right, now you're going to take a few minutes to fill out the appearance section of your worksheet. The interviewing worksheet should be the top handout in your packet. And again, the first section is on appearance. Ideally, you'll be filling this out for a potential impending real interview, but if you don't have an interview coming up, that's fine. Just pick a work site where you would like to work and fill this out hypothetically, describing how you would prepare physically if you got an interview at that company that you do want to work for. All right, take a few minutes to do that, and then we'll be back with video number 2.